Om Jananim Sharadam Devi Ramakrishnam Jagadgurum Padapadme Tayo Shritva Pranamami Muhurmuhu. Master. The Jnanis who adhere to the non-dualistic philosophy of Vedanta say that the acts of creation, preservation and destruction, the universe itself and all its living beings are the manifestations of Shakti, the divine power, known as Maya in the Vedanta philosophy. If you reason it out, you will realize that all these are illusory as a dream. Brahman alone is reality and all else is unreal. Even this very Shakti is unsubstantial like a dream. So, Sri Ramakrishna is confirming here the opinions of each of the sects, each of the ways of realizing God, how the Jnanis, and by the process of reasoning out the reality, we find that all this is like dream. When do we know exactly is? When we come to the end of our life. The whole of our life that we lived on this earth is going to be erased forever, not to be perceived anymore by any of us or by one's own self. With the death, the whole thing enters into naught. And what remains is the eternal substratum, the screen on which the play was going on. Just like TV screen alone exists. All the play that was going on was play of colors. All that went off. At the time of death, we understand. And if at all anybody remembers us after that, it is their story and not the story of the person who has passed away. It ends with him totally, and nobody can enter into it, experience it or know it. A memory may remain in someone, that is their story, continues. So here we see what is real and what is unreal. Every moment our that Kshana Bhangura process is continuing. Every moment is entering into the past, which is being continuously erased as we go ahead with the future. We present alone is there, past is getting erased, future has not yet come, the present. Can we enter through this present into the eternal present, which is behind all this play going on? There is the eternal present, and that alone is real. So, the whole play and the power which was manifesting this whole play is also like a dream, it is going away. But though you reason all your life, Sri Ramakrishna is continuing now after confirming the view of the Jnanis. But though you reason all your life, unless you are established in Samadhi, you cannot go beyond the jurisdiction of Shakti. Even when you say, I am meditating or I am contemplating, still you are moving in the realm of Shakti within its power. Whatever we are doing with the understanding of duality, without realizing that I alone exist as all this that I am seeing. God alone exists, or the absolute existence alone exists. Here, there are no varieties, nanasti kinchit. There is no varieties here. There is one reality which is appearing as many. One reality. After realization of the Absolute, of the Brahman, of God, when we come back to the Vyuthana Sthiti of normal consciousness, we see that one which we saw in the transcendental realm through realization is what is here as varieties. The one is appearing as many. Now, we don't see that one, we see the appearance of many, but then we see the one that has become the many, and we see that as many. We are seeing that then the statement stands, Sarvam Khalvidam Brahma. Yes, all this is the Brahman. All this is the reality. So, but though you reason all your life, the whole life you are reasoning out, oh, this is like a dream, God alone is real. We see, we are just experiencing even now, the past has gone forever. Our childhood has gone, the yesterday has gone, not to be seen again. So, this passing, though we are seeing, though we are able to reason out the impermanency and absence of the past that has gone, and the future is continuously entering into the past and becoming not, yet we experience. We don't experience with that, we understand. It stands at the level of understanding alone. So, unless you are established in Samadhi, when we enter into Samadhi and come out also, we are not established in the Samadhi. We had a vision of it, we had an experience. It is just like showing something and hiding it again. When we are getting established in Samadhi, by repeated experience of the Samadhi, the state, then we see it has become firm, and at all levels of my being, in all states of my existence, I am able to visualize it. I am able to see it. I am able to experience it directly, like the eyes are being opened during the daytime. Diviva chakshuratatam. The eyes open during the daytime. How clearly we see the objects, like that at all times the reality is visible, the reality is being experienced, not the variety, but what has become variety, that also I am able to see. Then we are said to be established in that Samadhi. Unless we are established, sometime I may enter into a state where I experience and suddenly come out and see that the variety alone I am seeing, I am not seeing the one reality. So, Sri Ramakrishna is very particular here, that unless you are established in Samadhi, you cannot go beyond the jurisdiction of Shakti. You are within the realm of Shakti. You are within the realm of time. You may reason out any amount of times. Whole life you may reason out. But till you get established in Samadhi, there is no, actually you are experiencing the many and never the one. Even when you say, I am meditating, I is there, meditation is there, and object of meditation is there. The Triputi, the triad, continues to exist. When there is duality, there is no one. Brahman alone is reality. If you reason it out, you will realize that all these are as you cannot go beyond the jurisdiction of Shakti. Even when you say, I am meditating or contemplating, still you are moving in the realm of Shakti, within its power. Thus, Brahman and Shakti are identical. If you accept one, you must accept the other. What a beautiful deduction from the Nirvikalpa to again to the reality that pervades as a substratum that exists. How beautifully that has become this. Purnamada, Purnamidam. That is Purna. This is also the same. Purna is here. Purnat Purnamudachyate. Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. That concept, that is the reality. This is also the same reality. From that this has come. From that this has come, if that is a reality, and if this has come from that, then this also must be reality. This is not reasoning out, but these are the experiences. These are the realizations. The Brahman and Shakti are identical. Because the one has become many. Shakti are identical. If you accept one, you must accept the other. It is like fire and its power to burn. If you see fire, because the earlier point is, what is the opinion or the experience of a jnani? Jnani looks upon everything as a dream. And it is his experience. And after the experience, the world disappears altogether. The varieties disappear. And one is appearing to him as many. The one is there, manyhood is only, the one is being expressing itself. That is the realization of the. So, the Shakti that was projecting was a dream for him. The dream has ended. The Shakti manifestation has ended. The Shakti is no more. The Chaitanya is appearing as many. So, the Shakti which was manifesting that universe which he was earlier seeing, from which he has gone back to the cause again, all through lives after lives he was passing through, and he has gone back to the source. And he has gone back to the source, his dream has ended. But here we see the dream of others are continuing, the world is continuing. Shankaracharya realized and went away, said this world is dream. His dream has ended, but our dream has not ended. It was a dream for him. For us, still it's a reality. Each one comes, goes back to the source, understands that it was unreal, the world that he saw, God alone is real, and passed away. But this universe is eternally continuing. The manifestation is eternally continuing. We are all jivas, each one comes, experiences this world and goes away. This is passing through eternity. It was the whole world, universe was my dream alone, or Shankaracharya's dream alone, it should have ended with the Shankaracharya's realization, and we should not have been there to experience this world at all. Shankaracharya realized and said, this is all dream, world is not there, nothing exists, and went away. But we are still there experiencing this world. And we too go away realizing the truth, laughing at this world as world never existed. Dunya 3 kaal mein nahi tha. And he goes away. The story continues for the others. I may sleep. The sleeper is, for sleep, the one who is in sleep, this world may disappear. For others who are awake, the world is still there. We see this again and again in our lives. Every day we experience the both ways. So, the Brahman, the manifestation and the manifested are identical. You cannot think of fire without its power to burn, nor you can think of the power to burn without fire. You cannot conceive the sun's rays without the sun, nor can you conceive the sun without its rays. What is milk like? Oh, you say, it's something white. You cannot think of the milk without the whiteness. Again, you cannot think of the whiteness without the milk. Thus, one cannot think of Brahman without Shakti, or of Shakti without Brahman. Even a realized soul, you see, like Vivekananda, he all the realizations were given to him by his master, Sri Ramakrishna, including the highest realization of the Nirvikalpa Samadhi. Then Sri Ramakrishna says, now you will have to do the work of Divine Mother. Till then, this realization will be kept locked. So, he locks it off. Again, the ego of the person who has to struggle to lift the society, that ego of the jnani appears in him. Ego of the bhakta appears in him. Ego of the karmi to do actions appears in him. He is free eternally by realizing Brahman. Still, he is in the jurisdiction of the Prakriti nature. Nature still binds him to get the work done for the welfare of the world. This is the, even of realization, even of as a Jivan Mukta, he is, as Jivan Mukta, is moving within the realm of the Divine Mother. In scriptures we see, in Upanishads, after the Brahmavit Brahmaiva Bhavati, the knower of the Brahman becomes Brahman itself. When the body falls off, with the fall of the body, he actually, as long as Jivan Mukta is living in the body, still he is there in the realm of Divine Mother, as realized soul. His realization doesn't get affected by it. But he is there because he is there with full knowledge of the Brahman, who has transcended the nature forever, unaffected by nature. Still, he is in the Divine Mother's lap. With the fall of the body, he actually merges back in the absolute existence as Brahman. Brahmavit Brahmaiva Bhavati. Thus, one cannot think of Brahman without Shakti, or of Shakti without Brahman. One cannot think of the absolute without the relative, or of the relative without the absolute. In the whole absolute existence is in which the innumerable universes appear and disappear. Each universe is like a speck in the absolute, a small, insignificant appearance and disappearance. Such a vast, infinite, eternal existence of bliss absolute, peace absolute, and love absolute. So in the absolute, we see the relative, This is time, space and causation bound relative existence that is unlimited, unchanging, eternal reality, the pure Chaitanya, Shuddha Chaitanya, the pure consciousness. This is material world pervaded by that same consciousness which gives existence to this universe. The relative and the absolute. The term absolute refers to the relative. The relative refers to the absolute. This is called relative because absolute is there. That is called absolute because relative is there. When the relativity of the relative dissolves, absoluteness of the absolute dissolves, what remains remains, which cannot be uttered. And there ends everything, all duality, and one reality alone exists, which is inexpressible, which cannot be conceived. Now we are trying to conceive the inconceivable through mind and call it absolute. Inconceivable universe, even universe we cannot conceive what it is. Its dimensions or understanding we cannot. A part of this physical world we are able to perceive with the five senses and backed by mind. Everything is limited. Mind is limited. Senses are limited. Each sense is limited. The perceptions are extremely small of this physical world, and physical world itself is endless. We may say infinite. To that extent it is. And there are various planes of existence like this. We are in the Bhu, Bhuva Swaha Mahajana Tapa, Atala Vitala, Sutala, Talatala. All these planes of existence remain, which is imperceptible to us at any time unless we go beyond the limitations of all types. Then we can tune to any of the plane. But experiencing any plane also, suppose I tune to a particular plane of existence, Atala, Vitala or Bhuva, Swaha, I experience that. I am not experiencing simultaneously the rest of the universe, to which I am tuning this. That alone I can experience a little. That too limited. What about the universe? I am not able to, we will never be able to experience the world as it is in its entirety, but we can transcend and go beyond into the eternal. So this dimension is unimaginable, and that dimension we have not been able. What about the Brahman in which these universes appear and disappear? This is time-space bound. We can somehow conceive a little of it, and that is inconceivable. And that we try to conceive and bring within a framework of absolute existence, and this into a relative existence. Both do not mean what they are. It is my conception of they as absolute and relative. But reality is entirely different. So, thus we cannot think of Brahman without Shakti and Shakti without Brahman. The primal power is ever at play. Whether Jiva has realized and gone back or not, it is immaterial it doesn't make any difference for the absolute or the relative. The primordial power is ever at play. The play goes on and on and on. She is creating, preserving and destroying in play. As it were, the universes of. Look at our own life, how we totally get disconnected from this bodily existence, enter into sleep. From there to the deep sleep, where I am unrelated to the entire, there is no duality also when I enter into deep sleep. Jagra, Swapna, Shushupti, unrelated to each other, I am passing through these three states. What about the universe? The every day I am experiencing the creations at my level, at individual level, to the waking state and back to the causal state of deep sleep. And there is beyond, where more reality, more real world, more real existence I am going to experience the Samadhi Sthiti. And that's also not the end. She is ever at play. She is creating, preserving, destroying in play, as it were. This power is called Kali. Here comes the Sri Ramakrishna, what he means by Mother Kali. What is this understanding? The whole universe, every jiva is passing through a small cycle. Every object is passing through small cycle. The whole universe is passing through constant, unbroken cycle of Srishti, Sthiti, Pralaya. The manifestation, the sustenance and the retraction goes on and on again and again. At every level it is passing through many, many lives cycle. You can see the tree and seed, egg and hen, everything cyclic order going on and on eternally. The play is going on at every level. The Divine Mother is playing. And this play of universe, the power which manifests this universe, this is the play of one universe. There are so many millions and millions of universes, Ananta Koti Brahmanda, appearing and disappearing. The power which is making these universes appear and disappear, Sri Ramakrishna says, that power is termed as Kali. Kali is the term that he expresses. This power is called Kali. Kali is verily Brahman, and Brahman is verily Kali. What a beautiful way of presentation, you see. How he is deducing his realizations and bringing to actuality to make us experience all these things in a beautiful way. Unless our ideas are absolutely clear regarding God, it is like giving a map to a person. Oh, you want to go here? Take, this is the map for you. You want to go there? This is the map for you. In map, every bit of the detail is given. You will not get confused anywhere. You will not get confused under any situations and circumstances. Wherever you go, you are clear. Wherever you go, you are clear. So this map of every path to God, every way of approach to God, every way the God responds to the call of the jiva is depicted by Sri Ramakrishna. There is nothing that he has left over untouched in the world of spirit, in the world of God and the jiva. Every bit, the jiva, jagat and Ishvara has opened and shown, look, this is the truth, this is the reality. So here we see the whole thing appearing in the concept of Kali is verily Brahman, the Brahman is verily Kali. Again and again Sri Ramakrishna says, what the Vedantins or the Vedas call as Brahman, I call as Kali. It is one and the same reality. When we think of it as inactive, that is to say, not engaged in the acts of creation, preservation and destruction, then we call it Brahman. But when we engage us in these activities, then we call it Shakti or Kali. The reality is one and the same, the difference is in name and form. This is what we see, whether the snake is coiled or moving, it is the same snake. When moving, we call Kali. When it is sitting calmly, coiled, without any movement, we call Brahman. The water is wavy and moving, then we call it Kali. The same water, still, stagnant and unmoving, then we call it Brahman. One and the same reality. Because there is a movement, there is a variety, there is changes, we call it Kali. Because it is manifestation of power. Power is working. Power is predominant. Power is eminent. We can perceive, we can experience. The duality is there. Triad is there. So this state of manifestation of power we call Kali, and Sri Ramakrishna is very precisely explaining, expounding this state. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Tat Sat Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.